going to shut him down. It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God,
Jim!
Jim!
Pretty good. It's going to be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart goes to 2-piece. Oh my God!
Cada equipo ahí contento con los dos trató de darle ese respetazo ahí, consigue eliminar a Felipe y rápido se voltea y
destaque na marotagem, belo ângulo dele. He's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock. Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Omairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped Raballo right there. He no-scoped.
termina eliminando a Jack y igual queda solamente vivo por parte de repente consigue la primera baja en este round. Se da cuenta que no
Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is for you guys. We are live for another day, the last day of the regular season for Mobile Mayhem Summer Season 2021. It's your boy Verdict, and we've got only a few matchups today, and I know you were probably wondering, where's the bot Imperium? Dude's literally in VC playing some racing game, and he is addicted, bro. But that's okay. I can do this solo, because right now, we're going to do a little bit different since we only have 2 matchups for the day. We're actually only going to be able to bring you those, but in between that, at the start of this stream, we're actually going to start it off a little differently. So we're going to go ahead and air the first portion of the exclusive player interview with Kike from Anarchy COD Mobile. Guys, be prepared for a banger of an interview. Guys, absolutely charming, just absolutely a beast. Came in with the energy of a, 10 men and just owned that interview, guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that. And then after that, Imperium and I will go ahead and talk about what we got planned for the rest of the day. So be prepared for the interview. After that, we'll jump into regular business as usual, guys. We will be right back. For today's player interview for Mobile Mayhem, we have with us Kike, COD Mobile from Anarchy. Kike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks as well for the invitation.
Oh, bro, man, Anarchy's just been a hot sensation lately. We had to get you in the booth. And, based off of the interview we had with Viri last time, it was just, we got to get some more perspective on this Anarchy team and what's going on. But, a little less about that. We'll talk about that a little later. But tell me, tell us about yourself. Where you from? where you living at currently? Or are you in school?
Yes. Well, for anyone that doesn't know me, well, I'm Kike. I'm a player for Anarchy. Play as a mini R. I'm 20 years old. I am from Honduras. That's a small country in Central America, but I live in Germany. And right now I'm with the university in my first year.
What are you studying at the university?
I am doing mechanical engineering.
Bro, smart and cracked at the game. Get out of here.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
No problem. So a little bit more about gaming. Tell me, what got you into gaming? Like when you were a kid, what what games did you play? You know, what kind of got you interested in gaming in general?
Well, at first it was my brothers that brought me into gaming. Like as a kid, my first console was the Wii. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty back in the day, Black Ops 1. I played a lot of zombies as well. And with the years, like once I came here to Germany, well, I didn't have a good computer or even like I couldn't buy the PS or PS3 or PS4 to play any game at all. So once Call of Duty Mobile came, I decided to try it out, and that's what got me, like all the experience that I got me into the competitive.
Now tell me, what was your first Call of Duty title?
My first one was Modern Warfare. No, sorry, Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1. Well, okay,
Yes.
so you played zombies on that. Did you ever like try to
Yes.
get competitive in that, or was that just something that I love zombies, I'm just gonna grind it out?
Actually, it was something funny. I actually thought that Call of Duty was only what's it called, a solo game. Like I never thought that there was a multiplayer. So I started playing multiplayer until Modern Warfare 3. I mean, the next Call of Duty.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So tell me, is this your first competitive title?
Yes, like at all in a mobile or even on console. This is my first competitive environment where I've been.
And how long have you been playing Call of Duty Mobile for?
I've been playing already for 2 years. Like I've started season 1. I couldn't get to legendary that season though. That's a bit unlucky. But since season 2, I have been grinding the game day out, day. I mean, every single day.
So tell me this. You've been playing since probably the first since the first season, like you mentioned. When
Yes.
did you start getting into the competitive scene, and how did that come about?
That was actually pretty interesting because I used to be a ranked warrior. Like I was getting into ranked every single day until one day I met these cool Italian guys that told me, "Hey, you want to play with us? Like actual private lobbies?" And I was down, so I started playing in the Italian league. And since I can speak Spanish, I met a lot of Spanish persons. And they were as well in the competitive scene, like they were building it up. So I left this Italian group, got into the Spanish community, and started playing from there. Small teams, like no one was known. I just remember about Clash, where was Turulele, Marky, like Saturn, these guys that have been the entire time on the top. And I used to always think, like, even if I was losing, I was like, I want to be with the best and against the best. That was my mentality the entire time.
Yo, that's the mentality you gotta have, especially in a competitive
Yes.
scene like this, bro. It's so top heavy at times. It's absolutely crazy just to get your foot in the door, and the fact that you were able to play against guys like that of that stature so early on, that's absolutely wild. Now, did you start off playing on phone, or were you ever like an iPad player at any time?
I was a phone player the entire time. I started playing with my iPhone XS, and I've played it all until this year. Actually, like a few months ago, I was still playing with it until I bought my first Red Magic, which is the one that I play now.
Oh, dude, those Red Magics are the one. I speak
They're
to Jim
insane.
regularly. He's like, dude, that the phone is just absolutely OP. What is your favorite feature about the Red Magic?
I actually enjoy like the feature that like there's a slide button on the side that you can actually like put a gaming mode on, which enhances the game, like the phone, so that the game runs faster, and it runs so smooth. I mean, even with the 90 FPS that allows to play in the game, it's insane. It's actually insane. Makes a huge difference as well.
Oh, I believe it, bro. I actually started off on phone, then I went to iPad because my hands are so big. Like I'm 6'2", about 235, former football, baseball player. And
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I literally couldn't get my big hands on a small phone, but I swapped to an iPad. I was like, bro, I got this. Now everything competitively is on phone, and here I am trying to, still master the iPad. That's how I actually swapped over to casting. It just seemed to kind of work out.
Awesome.
But what's an average? A little bit less about that, a little bit more about Anarchy as a whole, because you guys have been just
Oh, man.
killing it lately. What does an average week look like for you guys as far as playing together? Do y'all schedule scrims on a regular basis? I know we were just talking to Don, who was in VC a minute ago, and he's been traveling. So how is it that you guys are able to accommodate what situations like that? Are you still scheduling scrims? What's going on behind the scenes?
So behind the scenes, there's a lot of things that a lot of people actually don't see. We have actually 2 managers, which is Hades and Joni, that help us a lot to schedule our scrims. So basically, this team, like this roster, started like for stage 3. Right before stage 3, this roster got created, and the first few days we qualified for stage 4, and after that we have been screaming every single day. I think 3 hours, except the days that someone has to like that cannot attend. Like it's like, okay, we're gonna leave it, but usually it's every single day from 8 to 11, and after that we usually watch some bots like Head for Death. He actually like records our scrims, and we don't actually watch that much of how the other team, the enemy team plays, but how are we playing, like rotations, trades, all that good stuff.
Dude, that's crazy. Hedy's a legend, bro. He's a GOAT. Let's be
It's the
real.
code.
When you have a guy
Yes.
like that on your team, he's an asset. Full, well-rounded guy. Shout out to Head for Death. That's actually going to bring us to a conclusion on this first segment, guys. Stick around. Stay tuned for some more, as we'll be airing the second segment after this next series. So, guys, bear with us. We're going to go take for a short break, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Gotta love the energy, bro. Okay, man. Yes! Imperium! The man, the myth,
Here!
the peeing legend. He came through. Imperium, how are you doing, bro? I know that we are getting started. This is a little different than what we're used to, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling relieved. I said to you 30 seconds to go. I was like, how long? 30 seconds. I'm like, crap, I need to pee. But had to be done. I'm ready. My bladder is empty, but my energy is high.
Woo.
May only be 2 series, but you know what? Let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it, bro. And just a few things to cover before, we get into it. So I posted it already. We're only going to have 2 series for the day. That's going to be Oxygen Cold and Anarchy and Legacy.
Yep.
Who's not playing the day? I mean,
Pretty much everyone else.
yeah, pretty much everyone else.
We
Nova
weren't- we
Esports
weren't
wins
meant
by
to have-
forfeiture. That's a given.
I'm sorry, I just looked on the stream to watch me like just running in.
Yeah,
and sitting on my
yeah,
chair.
full sprint.
Yeah, Nova got a win from forfeit. His stamina did. Honestly, man, yeah. All the other teams just, yeah.
Interesting, though. I know we were building up the matchup between Stamina and VusionZ last week, only to come out that VusionZ forfeits. I mean, Stamina already had a secured spot in, the playoffs, which we'll talk about a little bit as well. But I'm shaking my head right now. These guys, I'm literally, let's look at the standings, right? So I'm not 100% sure if they are like 100% updated. Can we confirm that, Ronan? But if you're looking at it, VusionZ,
As far as I know, they are live up today.
dude, they had every opportunity. Well, no, they didn't.
They were on 45.
Oh, bro.
As far as I
come
know.
on.
They were on 40. They lost 10 points because they forfeited, right? They got to do. They were on 45. Tragik were on 40, but because the team Tragik was meant to play has forfeited, therefore Tragik have got 20 points extra. My point is, VusionZ had every chance to make it to the playoffs, and I without asking them, I don't know why, and I don't get why they would decide not to play. Every single player in that roster, for the most part, needs to take a good hard look at actually what they want to do in the world of COD Mobile. If you want to be taken seriously as a competitive player, you take every opportunity you can get. Every single game, every single series.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even if it's against stamina, like, literally, you had 45
doesn't matter,
points.
like.
Yeah, I mean, you had an opportunity to... You know what? I won't harp on that too much. It's just... I'm right there.
Yeah, I know. I
gotta
just wanted
take
to touch upon it. That, you got to take every opportunity.
Exactly.
But yeah.
All right, so 2 series for the day. We've already talked about that. We've got the implications for playoffs. We already know Nova Esports and Stamina are secured spots. Oxygen and Anarchy are secured spots. Tragik and Cold are pretty much secured spots now, too, because I don't believe anybody else is going to really...
Yeah.
There's no way. It's not possible, but I still felt like this is probably one of the most balanced playoff situations we've ever seen. Am I right? And
I'm going to low-key disagree.
Okay.
And that's not
That's
necessarily
fair.
disrespectful to the teams who've made it to playoffs, but I think it's a little bit more top-heavy this season. I think realistically only 4 of the 6 teams... Again, I'm not trying to like actively piss people off, but with the amount of roster changes we've had and this team disbanding, that team disbanding, it just doesn't feel like a core full season outside of the top 4, right?
True.
It is what it is. It doesn't really matter. The point is the 6 teams that made it are the 6 teams that have made it. The interesting thing with tonight's games, and the most interesting thing, is that we could see Anarchy overtake Oxygen. That's the biggest thing that we could see. Because if Cold beat Oxygen 2-0, and Anarchy beat Legacy 2-0, sorry, then actually even 2-1. Basically, if Oxygen in any way, shape, or form lose, and Anarchy wins 2-0, Anarchy will move ahead of Oxygen.
Is that right? I think 20 points for...
No, it has to be 2-0. Sorry.
It has to be
My
2-0.
apologies.
Gotcha.
It has to be 2-0.
And the
My
tiebreaker would be Anarchy beating Oxygen last Thursday. So that would be Anarchy putting in 3rd spot. I mean, realistically speaking, we're not talking about anything big implication wise. But I think it's something great that Anarchy could build from on that. That's energy that you could take.
Exactly.
Into playoffs. There you go.
It's confidence.
Yeah, there we go.
It's confidence, energy. It's living more and more up to the mantle that we've kind of bestowed upon them as the new legend killers of COD Mobile EU. And I'm really excited. I have a lot of love for the Oxygen boys, but a part of me can't help but think that kind of they don't, and I'm being super not controversial, but
I love it.
I don't think they deserve to be in 3rd. You know, if they finish 3rd in the regular league, then yes, they do. But based on their dip in performance, they're really kind of hitting a brick wall in how they're playing right now. That's why I'm being a little harsher with them. Whereas I've seen the strength, I've seen the evolution, seen the rise of Anarchy, and I look at that and I go, yeah, this team deserves to succeed and deserves to kind of be in a super strong position and be in 3rd. Whatever happens though is whatever happens.
We'll see. I mean, they have ample opportunity. We've got Cold and we have Oxygen in the lobbies, and you know, if you're painting a picture here, you got a team who's newly formed in Cold. Obviously, they're players who have played with previous Mobile Mayhem and other events under their belt, so they're not new to the scene. But they're going up against an Oxygen team who has been on the opposite of what the guys over at Anarchy's been on, and that is a downward spiral. So we'll see if they'll be able to collect themselves here in this best of 3 as I'm pulling it up. I've got it right here. Firing range hardpoint is where we're going to start the action. Firing range hardpoint followed up by a crossfire search or destroy. If we go to a game 3, it'll be a standoff domination. Oxygen going to be banning the Annihilator as well as the Summit map. Cold Esports going to be banning the Death Machine and the Takeoff map. So interesting. We don't see the normal Sparrow Annihilator ban yet. We're going to see a Death Machine and an Annihilator. which, I mean, the Annihilator obviously has to be banned because thing's too overpowered, but I think we're good to go. Game number 1 about to start up. Firing range hardpoint. This is anybody's game. Who do you got, chat?
For me, like, I could see this going to game 3 easily, because I don't think Cold are in any way playing at their best themselves. But either Oxygen. I feel like whoever wins might stutter. But then again, you know, we could see one of the teams punish the stuttering of the other team, right? It's going to be interesting to see. I'm very, very excited about this matchup.
First matchup of the day, and I do have information. We are allowed to join into Oxygen's VC, so we'll be able to join in probably about midway through. I'll find a moment where we can actually, you know, benefit from it. But we'll see as we're getting geared up here. I need to turn the volume up because it sounds like the game volume is a little lower than normal. Perfect. There we go. P1 going to be pretty much vacant at the moment. 5 points going to go in favor of Cold Esports as they're battling to maintain spawns and whatnot. Jim with a little bit of crowd control here as he's rotated in the trailer. This is exactly what you expect after a P1 for these two competitive teams. They're going to be battling it out for this first point a little bit here and there, but mainly focused on getting that P2 setup.
Yeah, it's very much all about that P2 setup. If you can scrap a few points here or there from that P1, you're sorted. And, you know, outside the setup of P2, stopping your opponents from getting points in P1 is also just as valuable. 7 seconds left to go, and look at the Oxygen boys already setting a couple of players up by that P2 for the transition. Is it too early? I don't know, but I definitely respect that they're looking to pull something off.
Absolutely. When they got Bates popping off like he is, dude has been an absolute beam. He's going to get beamed there. Lydia, former teammate, going to get traded to Marvel. Jim. Oh my God. Shorty Revolution. Absolutely.
It's really good by Jim. He breached in on his own, by the way. Came in through the window, got double kill with the shot. He even then got a third on someone who's looking to enter the building. Very proactive play from Jim himself. But can it be contested? Yes, it can, and yes, it does. Unfortunately, there isn't the might behind the Cold teamwork for the time being, which has made it a little bit easier for the Oxygen boys to successfully push through and hold on to B now in the last 15 seconds.
You know, I got to make a note too here. I'm noticing a player that hasn't played for the past 2 weeks joining in. That's Sav. Is that going to have any implications on the turnout of this matchup or the results?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, the snowflake himself, Sav. Literally EU's own snowflake. Exactly. But I gotta say, these guys seem to play a lot better and more collectively when he's in a lineup. So I'm glad to see him in the booth. This is like a full potential roster. I think we saw Goliath last week. Is that right?
I think it was Goliath. I think you bring up a really valuable point that maybe I even should have mentioned last week, or even since he hasn't been playing. Yeah, I think Sav is a super valuable player for the Cold roster. Time will tell if it results in a win in today's series against Oxygen. It is very close. Last 20 seconds of this current hardpoint. It's still only a 12-point deficit between the two games. This is one of the closest hardpoint games I've seen in COD Mobile Mayhem for quite a while.
Yeah, it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Feints right now is unstoppable. Dude is on you know, a 19-5 run.
95,
literally carrying this Oxygen roster. I don't think we saw that kind of performance last week. I think he knows what's at stake this week. I mean, it's not anything major as far as playoff implications go, but I want to hold that third spot if I'm playing, right?
Cool. Yeah, big time. You want to know that you've ended in the top 3 in the regular league despite stuttering your way through it. At the end of the day, it does count for something. Oxygen looking to, of course, prepare for the playoffs on Thursday. 75-71, 40 seconds left on this P5. It's been slowly pushed through as Jim and the crew look to try and make a breach. There's still time in play. Nice play by Jim, but he does get instantly shut down by Sharky Boy. The Boo himself looking to play it in quite nicely done by Shark.
Yep, and that's going to be an ample opportunity for us to jump into the VC of the guys over at Oxygen. We're going to give them a chance to see how they transition from this P5, P1 reset. And you know, give them a chance to chime in, as I feel like this is the ample opportunity.
Nice.
Where's my lord? Top 10, top 10, top 10. Top 10, top 10, top 10.
Bottom 10. That 10, that 10. Got me, lower.
Push. One mid, outside wood. Get heal.
Nice. One bottom 10 weak.
I need to get heal. Push that. Get heal. Come on, Tail's being uncontested. Come on.
Nice fun, bro.
Sparrow side, 1 HP on side.
Tout trailer. One bottom 10. I think 10. Go next.
One next. One in now. Get the heal.
One point.
Get that.
One more. Barrel.
All right, guys, we had a chance to listen in, and everything just seems to be on point for this Oxygen team as they've rounded out a 40-plus point lead on the backs of a great P5 or P4 and then a phenomenal hold on P1. Imperium, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Very clear comms, maybe a little bit repeating themselves too much, but I love the awareness when they were talking about kind of top is clear, we need to control top, that kind of thing, you know. And yeah, they generally balanced communication, nothing massively amazing, but also nothing massively bad, and definitely the result so far is proven to be the case. 35 seconds, 3 more points required for the Oxygen boys, and indeed they will close out map number 1. Hard point firing range is theirs.
That's right, guys. That's going to secure their third place spot, right? That's going to be at least 5 points, regardless of the scenario of how this matchup outcomes. So I'm taking a look at the scorecard. Bro, Faints 33-13. What a freaking legend, bro. 42 seconds on the hill as well. Then you got Shark right there behind him. When you outfrag Shark in a game of this magnitude, that's speaking volumes of your gun skill. That's absolutely insane. 29-17 for Shark, 21-20 for Marvel. Tops on the opposite side. Denza did his best. Sav just not necessarily putting in the work for a slaying role, but when you got Denza,
well, just dying too much a little bit, Sav.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, just whether it's getting called out, trying to play too solo, I don't know, but he definitely did get shut down a little bit too often. For me, like, though, verdict, man, just such a solid team effort from Oxygen. Outside of Feints kind of popping off kill-wise, let's be fair, very balanced stats across all 5 of the Oxygen players, especially objective-wise, 42, 58, 25, 46, 45. You know, sometimes that can work. Often you do have a specific OBJ player. But man, Oxygen definitely utilizing fantastic teamwork.
oh, phenomenal teamwork. Yes, we're going to be flipping sides and going over to the Crossfire Search and Destroy. We're going to see the guys over at Cold on the top side, blue. So they'll be on the defending to start it off. And this map can be a bit touch and go at times. And as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is one of those maps where I feel the attack has the advantage as they're on top of the hill looking down. So this might
generally
this might be where, you know, Cold needs to develop a phenomenal defending strategy based off what I've saw in the hardpoint. A little rocky start. Obviously, can't hold them to, you know, how the remainder of the games are going to go. But I'm going to be honest with you. Oxygen looks like they're a little more cool, calm, and collective based off of that hardpoint. So we'll see how it pans out. Cold Esports need to take this to a game 3. I don't care what the scenario is. This is like their opportunity to go ahead and solidify that, hey, we're here. We're stepping up. We're rising to the occasion. We can go against top-tier teams and take a map or two. This is their opportunity to show out.
And you know, I know sometimes it can take Cold a bit of time to kind of warm up, as in it can take them until that map 2, but in the hard point, I didn't really feel like they had, or they didn't show anything extra, right? They didn't seem to turn up that heat and look to make any form of real comeback. Was that partly down to just how fluid Oxygen were playing as a side, and they were like a train, just, you know, on the train tracks? Happy days. Yeah, of course. But if Cold want to be the best, they got to be able to recognize when they need to shake things up and unsettle and unnerve and, you know, create that separation in the train tracks of a team that are playing solid, right?
Absolutely.
And I didn't see that in the hard point game. So I'd really like to see a bit more, not necessarily aggression, but I suppose just a bit more control and a little bit more oomph from Cold in Search and Destroy.
Absolutely. You can't start the match off, you know, completely on that P2 rotation and on. That was all Oxygen, you know, playing to the best of their ability. And Cold Esports just was never like in a position to capitalize on an early hold or an early map control. There was never any kind of map control established by them at all. They were always playing on the back burner. So
I agree, but I'm just real quick. I'm glad you brought up that P2 thing, because Jim did initially have a fantastic P2 transition himself, and I made that note that he solo with the shorty pushed in, but there was no team.
There was no follow up
teamwork behind him, right? There was no follow up. Yep. Not really. It was kind of there, but then it was 2 players rather than like what should realistically be maybe 3 players, because at that point they should have known that Jim was gonna get shut down. You know, off what he created. So yeah, I'm really glad you brought up that PT, because I think that sums up the weakness in how Cole played in Hardpoint.
You're absolutely right. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. Game number 2, Search and Destroy on Crossfire. This is one of those maps that really could go either way. I'm expecting to see at least 2 snipers for the guys over at Cold, 2 snipers for the guys over at Oxygen. Realistically speaking, how big is these first few rounds going to be for Cold Esports?
Destroy the objective.
Very, very big. It's important that they don't fall into a bit of trap and they don't play too predictably. But they also don't want to just lay down and so to speak, die. It doesn't hurt that. Doesn't help that leader, should I say, got the first kill with a nade. Dark Wizard are going to be in the sniping position, gets taken out. So does Jim. Cole down to just 1 Sav on his own.
Fade's doing Fade's things. Sav's going to be left on his lonesome here. Going to be hit marker, follow-up. Fades picks up 3. That's going to be a round 1. And a continuation of the hard point going to be starting off this first round. 1-0 lead. Oxygen looking to take this series in 2. Could very well do so. Pretty flawless first round for them.
Pretty flawless indeed. It's only 1 round though. Peter rocking the sniper. So is Marvel. Sorry, Faints and Marvel. What I'm saying, Faints and Marvel's rocking the sniper. Shorty being played out. Actually, Shotgun, should I say, being played out by Leader. A couple of kills being traded up for the most part. Still in the advantage of Oxygen.
Yep, Fates continuing on his little streak here. He's got 4 so far. Picked up a 1 in Sav, who pushed up a little too aggressively. But to be fair, you know, you got to meet that same kind of energy. Trying to get a little bit of map control, you got to take out Fates first. Lydia on the snipes. Is she rocking? Was that the right tech that I just saw in the feed?
I know. I didn't notice it. I was looking at Dark Wizard whiffing his sniper shots.
Shorty to follow up. 2 kills for Lydia in this round. That's the right tech, guys. It is making its competitive debut, and I believe in BR it has some of the best damage with the thermal rounds, the thermite rounds. Oh my god, Lydia, perfect precision. We're going to be all tied up after a better round from Cold Esports.
Lydia on point. Lydia on point this round, that last round, should I say. Much needed for Cold. It was important that they bounced in a nice way. And that they bounced back, should I say, in a nice way. And indeed they did. Marvel rocking a sniper does take a little bit of damage in the meantime. Still all 5 players alive from each side.
Yep, we're going to see Shark half damage. Balance picks up a nice two-piece. That's going to open the floodgates here for him to get this bomb plant down. Another one!
So quick!
As he takes down Denza. And now it's going to be Dark and Lydia left to pick up the pieces in a 2v4 scenario. If I got faith in anybody, it's going to be these two. Lydia actually going to be spotted. That's tough. Feints. Yeah, I found what Cole needs to do. They need to find a way to take down Feints because bro is literally destroying them on his own. I think he's already got 8 kills, 6 kills. Good God, bro. 6 and 1. This is, I'm saying, he never left that hardpoint. He's still in that hardpoint game and putting up that same kind of energy. Just completely owning this Cold Esports team.
Yeah, it's a feint show right now. Marvel does open things up by getting a kill onto Sav. Feints is pushing forward. He's across the road on his own for the time being, but he's running rings around the players. Gets a beautiful shorty kill onto Dark Wizard. You're dead right. You are absolutely dead right, Verdict. 12 out of 10. They need to shut down Feints.
They do. They need to find a way to take him out because, honestly, I don't believe they're going to stay in the chance of this Search or Destroy. Dude is just on one today. Leader going to pick up Denza. Lydia going to be pushing for the site. Balance going to be there to handle the energy. Gets body.
Oh, nice.
That's one, but you got Feints right behind you. Now you got to reload. This is going to be a tough position. He's out and open.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Marvel going to get the kill.
So, Lydia knew there was not much. Now, I think she should have chased one side of the road rather than trying to be in the middle as in, you know, kind of commit to one side. But that was extremely tough from Lydia. She was on her own, no support. Yeah, and it was what it was.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say this. This needs to be another round for Cold if they want to win this series. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way they're going to stand the chance flipping sides if they go to a round 11. Den's going to be opening up, picking up that first frag, but overextends. Shark is able to get the refrag there. Bomb is down. Dark Wizard finally getting on board with his first. Feints takes down Sav. Another round, same story situation. 3v3. Leader going to go ahead and get this bomb plant down. 40 seconds on the clock. Cold Esports, you got to answer the call here. This is the pressure calling. Are you going to be able to handle the pressure? I don't believe so. Shark takes down Jim. Feints still alive. There's still hope for this Oxygen team to take another round, and they're possibly going to be up 4-1 here as Dark Wizard's going to be left on his own.
Get down! Sniper!
He's pushing in. He has separated him. He's running out of time, though. 15 seconds, got to make a move. He's going to take a bit of damage. He's wasting his time. He's allowing them to pinch him. Why didn't he go for the push? He knew that Feints was going to wrap around the other side. He had to push in on the doorway. I know it's so difficult when you're in a 1v2, but make a call and commit to it. Do not, in any way, shape, or form, be indecisive. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts.
Kind of like a similar instinct that we saw the round before where Lydia was out in the open.
You're dead right.
Couldn't make a call. Feints takes down Lydia. Oh my God, bro. This guy is just absolutely cracked right now. 10 kills on the board. Jim going to take down Shark.
Jim.
Bomb's going to go down the back of Jim, but Leader taking down Feints. Oh, my God. Dark Wizard takes down Feints. Leader taking down Denza. It's a 3v2. Pressure's back. Oxygen. But you still got Leader and Marvel to deal with. These are going to be 2-1s. And Marvel actually finding another frag on Jim. That's going to be major, evening the playing field.
Like, look how heavily separated the players from Cold are.
Oh, my God.
Like, how are they so separated?
Divide and conquer?
How Verdict? How? Like
know.
when they were defenders, one thing I noticed is that they're kind of playing separated throughout even the defensive rounds. But as the attacking round, you plant the bomb. You initially have that body advantage. You even it up. First thing should be, let's in some way, shape, or form be closer together. They were just so heavily separated. Man, it's frustrating because they're close, but just making those mistakes is hurting them so much.
It is, and I have to say, this Search and Destroy is starting to look a lot like the Hardpoint in the sense that you have individual players popping off here and there, but a collective effort is just not the case. And Oxygen is doing everything they can
My
to
God.
expose that. It's a 5-1 match point now, 4v2 scenario. Dark Wizard and Lydia going to be left on their own, and they are nowhere near each other right now, right?
And nowhere near each other. Backs against the wall. Not even a bomb picked off. They have a minute in their heads. Lydia looking to push down the bottom of the stairs, being aware that it could be on someone on the other side of the wall. There is indeed balance. Plays out trying to go for a little bit of a bait. They pick up the bomb, went to plant it. Too obvious, just too predictable, and it leaves Dark Wizard on his own. Why didn't she look to take that bomb, bring it around, join up with Dark Wizard, and go for a B bomb plant? You know, is that a stupid idea? Am I an idiot for thinking that? But that makes sense. Dark Wizard gets taken out. Game, set, match. That's game going over to Oxygen. Like, just to me, there was just so many simple mistakes in that search and destroy. They're cold, or it's all in the head. It's all in their heads. Fact, in my opinion, it's all in their heads.
I don't think that could have gone any worse for Cold in both game scenarios. The first game was a little better. The second game, I don't know what that was, bro. I want to highlight like somewhere where, you know, the game was going well for them, but I just couldn't point that out. And that's not, you know, being disrespectful to Cold Esports.
Yeah.
And I want to credit a lot of, you know, the scenario to Oxygen, you know, maybe coming back on the rise. Maybe they understand that they have been falling off recently, and they needed to come through and dominate for a change.
Yeah.
In order to show their worth and prove their worth. They did a very good job of that, but I am starting to look at this Cold Esports roster, and I'm not 100% sure what the strategy was. I'm not understanding it.
And this thing, like, someone in chat was like, Imperium, relax. Know that, like, it comes from knowing what all of these players are capable of, right? And knowing the potential and understanding that, like, I have a lot of love for these guys. So it's kind of like that whole, I just want to see them succeed, and knowing that they are capable of much better. But you're dead right about Oxygen. You are dead right. They deserve a lot of credit for the way they played in that series. Very, very well unified in hard point feints, of course, stepping up in the map, and 112%. Search and destroy. The guy was cracked, didn't die once, 10 kills. You couldn't ask for a better game, and the support behind them, around him, with the rest of his team, allowed him to play so freely. Let's be fair. So Oxygen looking very smooth, and I'm seeing them in a much better light in the lead up to playoffs.
Absolutely. I couldn't said it better myself, bro. Literally on the same page. You have high expectations for a roster that has, I'm not going to even say potential. I'm saying these guys have phenomenal talent, like tier 1 talent, just not showing up to the occasion. And again, I don't know what else to say, but, you know, I guess I'll just leave it on that note. We'll get geared up for, you know, the next series and, you know, talk about it for a little bit. But I think it'd be a perfect opportunity to go ahead and jump and dive into that second segment of the Kike interview, dude. This guy's an absolute beast, am I right? Hey.
And the fact that he had face cam, you know, it's just like, thank you.
It's a Latin thing, bro.
Like,
he's from Honduras. He already knows it. Latin community is popping. He knows he's gonna get that support. He came in like literally the confidence of 10 men. I literally was a bit intimidated. I'm 6'2", 230. I'm a big guy. And he was like coming in strong, man. You guys are killing it with the mana. The roses. What is going on, man? We've got a bit of, what is this? Like so many stay safes. Is this a mana off? I love it, guys. Y'all are just, I love you guys. You guys are the reason why we do
warning.
this.
It's a warning for the interview, as in like stay safe. There's an epic interview coming.
There we go. We're gonna take a moment here from COD Mobile first, as we'll be airing the trailers for Season 6 and then we'll jump straight into that interview. So, guys, we'll be right back. We are back live for the second segment of the Kike COD mobile interview, player from Anarchy Esports. Kike, I know we were talking about Anarchy in general, and one of the things that we were talking about discussing before we started the interview was Anarchy's success recently. You guys have been just on a upward spiral. Like, I literally at the beginning of the season remember watching a few of your series, and there were some times where I was like questioning what was going on. This is the outsider's perspective. And as a matter of fact, I remember Miney making a tweet about maybe focusing on content and starting to do away with competitive, and I know that's got to be frustrating, but in that particular moment, tell me what was going on behind the scenes there.
Well, I remember that tweet, and I remember that no one said anything about it. Like, it was something that it came from Miney's heart. He just wanted to post it about it. But I think everyone was like, I think in back in their minds, they were like thinking, well, he has actually the entire truth about that. And it was rough. It was rough because we barely got a 5 players, like a 5 main lineup to play with, to scrim as well. So it was a very rough, like state, because even at the beginning when the team was created with the first 5 or 6 players, we even got to the tournament, which is the Purge, and we actually killed it. We went and qualified as a first seed. To the main event, and we were like, we're clicking, we're making it. But as time passed, like the chemistry between the team as well as the timing, like we didn't have the correct timing to actually play together. Well, it actually ended up in that, and like it was a totally messed up situation. But thank God we're still here.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I know you were mentioning a few things like you guys were potentially thinking about disbanding. There were, maybe situations where you're like, man, is this really for us? But then, you had the conversation about making roster changes. How did that affect the squad in general?
In general, well, at first it was like a big surprise for everyone. I remember Vedet talking about it at first, and we were like, bro, that the players that we want to like remove from the roster are actually are insane players. But we decided to make that what's it called, that change, even if it's gonna be even if it was going to be hard. We said let's try and go for it, and it actually worked. Like it was insane actually, like how it changed everything once. You talked about as well that disband. I think any team with the right mindset on that time would have left the team because we lost Masters. We were barely screaming, but we even stuck together. And I'm telling you, I'm being honest, and I have talked about with the guys as well. We have no clue why we stuck together, but I'm actually glad.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Once the other players start joining him, like Don Lai and the Creed, well, then just sparked like started to playing together like a team.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because you guys now literally have just been absolutely, Imperium mentioned it. You're the new legend killers. You're becoming the legends, and you guys are like really close knit too. As a matter of fact, I remember last week when I had Neil on the interview before he could even join the interview room. I believe it was you, Don, and Beardy who came in, and I was like, what are these guys doing here? Like, you guys got the chemistry, got the synergy, the few pieces that, came in and, it just seemed to all work out. So this is a true success story of, what happens when you focus, you commit, and you don't give up as easily. I know there are some disbands that just can't be, prevented, but this is a true scenario where you guys, hung in at the right time, and it has paid off tremendously. I know we're getting around the time for stage 4, which is what, in a month?
In a month, yeah, in a month.
In a month, what kind of preparations are you guys making? What are you doing on a daily basis to make sure that you're ready for, something like this? Because this is huge. This is your time to shine. I know we got Mobile Mayhem up, but let's be real. Like, stage 4 is where it's at. Like, there's only one or two more teams that are going to make it in for EU.
2 more teams. Two more teams.
So talk to me about that.
Well, as you said, I mean, there's 2 spots for EU, which is a big thing. Like having the opportunity to qualify to stage 5 is going to be insane. I mean, the first land event from COD Mobile, it's going to be insane. And well, right now our day-to-day is basically just go day by day, like scrim every single day, make sure that in scrims we want to win the scrim, but most importantly, like, we have to do like the basics every single time, make the right rotations, keep the comps up every single time, make sure that everyone is working with each other. Like, that's the main thing. And even if Mobile Mayhem, I mean, this is one of the, if not the biggest tournament right now in EU, we're actually always on the mindset that whatever happens right now, it doesn't matter. We just have to keep working on with each other until stage 4 comes, because that's when we have to. There's the second chance that we're gonna get, since the Masters already passed, and we have to make it work. We have to make it count. So that's our mindset right now. Just work it out every single day.
That's that true warrior mentality, bro. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. You guys are going to commit, make sure that y'all get it done. And, I'm extremely impressed with you guys' performance here recently. And I, think that Creed and Don Lai have a huge major role in that. But you guys have a solid core that y'all focused on. And, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys bring to the table. I wanted to bring up, speaking of the core, who's you guys' IGL? Because we've joined you guys as VC once or twice before, and the comms are consistent. You guys really focusing on the OBJ. Who helps direct that kind of mindset?
Well, yes, for the mindset, yeah, I totally get it. So the as an IGL, we always say that it's Vere. Like, Vere is the one like shot calling most of the times. I think behind that it's Miney and me, who are actually always like calling out rotations, or even making a place with Creed and Don, so that for example, as a main AR, I mean, you have been watching me as well, that I like to hold spots. So I actually always tell them, like, play with me to make space, so that if I have the correct space to actually hold something, I'm gonna make it worth. And that's how basically it works. Vere making the IGL, Miney and I working with Creed and Don most of the times, and it's working. It's working. It's pretty fine.
I'm about to say that's I've never heard it broken down like that. As a matter of fact, that's like you're pretty much a flex player in a situation where they Viri is not necessarily delegating that role to you, but you kind of stepped up and it works out perfectly because he's able to focus on the main objective. You guys are focusing on supporting that main objective. So I'm actually glad I brought that up. So that is wild information. You guys are like 2 clicks above, and it kind of makes sense of how well your guys' performance has gone. So that's actually going to bring us to the conclusion. We're actually wrapped. Good God, 9 minutes long. Holy crap, dude! This is the Kike. He's a handsome fella. Take a look at the face. Look at this beautiful guy. Like A1,
Thanks,
bro.
bro. Thanks.
Go ahead and drop him a follow on Twitter. He's got it up there at the top right corner as well. Go ahead and visit Twitter and drop me a follow to an MSK Verdict. But I just want to stop and thank you for taking the time to have this interview, and looking forward to the content moving forward, guys.
Actually, thank you so much for the opportunity, man. It was a total blast, and I had so much fun. Thank you.
There you go. That smile. That's the one, guys. We're gonna get back to the action. That's gonna end the segment for the Mobile Mayhem interview of the day. Glad Kike was able to join us. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be joining into the next series. Hold up. Alrighty, guys, we are back live. I didn't mute myself. I am muted. I'm hearing Anarchy and Team Legacy gonna be facing off in a best of 3, guys. And bro, how great was that interview with Kike? Did the face cam? Did the whole 9 yards?
Man,
Just an absolute beast.
Absolute beast. A lot of respect for how honest and how in depth his answers were, and very transparent. And I just have a lot of respect for what he was saying and how he was conducting himself. And a lot of players could do with learning from that a little bit. And big props to Kike. I look forward to hopefully being able to speak to him myself in the future and get an interview with him. But guy was OP.
Oh, absolutely, bro. And let me go ahead and tell you, we did this all with Don Lai in the interview room at the same time. He was listening in the entire time.
Oh, really?
And in between cuts, he was like, bro, you're killing it. Just an absolute, I mean, when you got teammates that, want to support you in every, aspect of the game, I mean, this is a good, wholesome feeling, right? And
it is.
He brought the just most amazing energy out, and I can't keep talking about this guy. Guy just literally
for sure.
handled his business and very mature. We're gonna go ahead and get started up for this next series, Legacy and Anarchy. Gonna be fighting it out. We've got rotations and everything for you guys to see on screen. We're gonna be starting off with a raid hardpoint.
Yeah, raid hardpoint. Search and destroy. Crossfire, followed by, if we do get to Game 3, Domination. Take off the banned maps are Firing Range and Summit. Banned operators being Sparrow and Annihilator.
Yep, this is going to be one for the ages as we're going to get geared up to go into our last and final. Man, this is the final day of the season.
It is. Final day of the regular season. And big props, by the way. Big props. As far as I know, Ronan gave us this information. Big props to Legacy.
Oh, big
facts. As far as I know, they've showed up every chance that they could to play. As far as I know, and as far as I've been told, they showed up every single chance they could and played every single chance that they could. So fair play to them.
Big fair play, bro. Big fair play. This is going to be their last day on stream, as I don't believe they'll be making playoff run here. Even if they were to 2-0, they would only be sitting at a 55-point margin. So, I have mad respect for this Legacy roster. We saw So Rebirth and Naples and all those guys pop off last week. Let's see if they can keep that same energy as we'll get geared up for a Game 1 starting up here shortly. And if I'm not mistaken, we have awards and nominees to mention at the end of the stream too, guys. So if you're thinking of going anywhere, don't, because we're gonna have some mentions for Sniper of the Season, Rookie, and MVP as well. So we'll get that out there to you guys and allow you to have early access to the actual votings as soon as I can get that link. But yeah, go ahead and fire it up, Fontes. What are you doing, my guy? They're ready. We're ready. I'm ready.
So, how difficult is this going to be for Legacy? Anarchy in a position where I'm pretty sure they know they can't make it in the third. Yeah, okay, they from what we heard from Kike, they always want to win, but they also want to make sure that they get the basics down. Coming into playoffs, though, could you see them using Legacy to test a couple of different strats in a good way?
Oh, fact, yeah. I mean, this team Legacy had potential to have a playoff run this season. Let's not get confused. These guys were bunker ROG at one point, and they had I'm gonna be completely as honest as I can be. They had a crappy start to the season, but they hung in there like champions.
Oh, yeah.
They've been popping off here recently. As a matter of fact, they managed to get a massive retake here in P1, and they're gonna have a lead with guys like So Rebirth, Pana, Naples, all in one team. These are all vetted Mobile Mayhem players. They've been here. They've done that. They know what it takes. And the fact that they are showing up today means that they want to win. They want to continue to improve too. So this may not be, the opportunity for Anarchy to prove anything. This is an opportunity for the guys over at Legacy to show what they're made of, right?
Yeah, true, and it's certainly a good start for them, having a near over 30-point lead coming into P2 transition. And okay, the guys from Anarchy looking to set up across this kitchen area, recognizing that they'd let P1 go, and there's no point in trying to fight and capture for the last couple of seconds. And Miney does pick up a kill. Donlai works together. Zed does get the refrag on board, but for the most part, this first 15 seconds of P2 is all in the hands of Anarchy.
Yeah, Kike popping off with a nice 3-piece. He's going to have one more. Going to get contested. The slide peek from Zed, just 2 OP, multiple players. Literally a 5-man push as they are going to be
God,
halted.
Creed.
Oh my. Creed, Donlai, and Mighty getting on board. Storm going to be last one alive. He's going to be there with Panna, who just respawned on the backside, but one by one, they're all going to fall.
Hardpoint contested.
Wow, good credit to Creed. He did so much as part of a fantastic P2 control for the side of Anarchy. 47-54, the last 5 seconds. Once again, Anarchy proactive in looking to set up for a P3 transition in the garage. Kike is there, but he's kind of there on his own, and it's just not that team-wide setup that I would like to see from Anarchy.
It isn't, but to be fair, the transition was a little early. They might have set up shop a little too, I don't know. Maybe there should have been a little bit more investment on the back end of that P2 if they were going to give it up on the front end of the P3. But I got to give it to them. There's still a lot of dog in this fight for Legacy.
Yeah, of course.
Regardless, they are looking to get better and better each day. And going up against an Anarchy team, for one, this is like a true test of how or where they stand and what they need to work on. As a matter of fact,
I agree.
They're only about a 10-point difference in this series or in this matchup itself. And I could see this one coming down to the wire. We'll actually be able to jump into VCs for Anarchy, but I'm going to hold off here as we're coming to the end of P3. We'll do it after P4 to see what the rotations are like as P3 coming to a conclusion. And again, an early transition for Anarchy. We starting to sniff a pattern?
Definitely a pattern. However, the only hard point that it's worked out for them on has been P2. P3 wasn't strong enough. I'm hoping P4 is going to be a strong setup. It seems to be a good start. Kike picking up a double kill. Creed picking up on himself before Naples shuts him out. Lovely use of the death machine by Creed as well to help really solidify his hardpoint control.
Absolutely. I was kind of worried there for a moment for him as they had multiple players, or Legacy had multiple players with operators themselves. And with the death machine being an option instead of the Annihilator and Sparrow, an absolutely OP usage of that death machine in order to prevent the rotation coming down the stairs. They literally had 3 or 4 players coming in at multiple times, preventing it, but now the inevitable is going to come through. But they're going to have a little bit of a cushion after a stout P4 hold. P5 starting to set up. This is an ample opportunity for us to join in the VCs of Anarchy, as we'll be able to hear the call-outs and the comms check.
I'm holding mid sets. Wait,
Go
you go set. Money, go set.
I'm
Mid steps, I go concuss.
Zig, dead.
Mid steps, nice.
Beautiful. I'm not sure. Zigzag, dead.
There's one red.
Brother, bad.
There's one
Could be kitchen.
Mid step.
Mid steps.
I'm low. I got a sentry. I got needed.
Mid steps.
One kitchen.
I'm holding kitchen.
Guys, 20 seconds. Go next, alright?
Yeah, I'm holding with you.
30 seconds.
Pillars.
Red. They're all like,
One more pillars.
Push up pillars.
Whoever's drink, stay there.
Yeah,
Play left now, play left.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting.
I got a sentry.
Watch laundry.
I'm holding top laundry. Like, no laundry. Remember low?
I'm already next, guys.
I got red.
All right, great utilization of the score streaks. We heard Sentry call-outs. Imperium, I need your thoughts.
Man, remember the last time we listened on their comms that said Miney's a little bit too quiet? That boy was vocal as hell tonight. beautiful. And I kind of want to be a dick and nearly say he was too vocal to the point where I kind of only heard him, but it's great to see that improvement. And Very, of course, being very vocal as an IHL, and the comeback has been extremely strong from Anarchy. They have a near 30-point lead, considering when we joined our comms, they were, I think, behind by 5 or so. So definitely a massive turnaround.
Yeah, P5 and P1 setups were proper. They could actually win off this, and we're going to see the push come through. Storm actually going to be the last hope there. That's going to be bringing our first game to a conclusion on a phenomenal P5, P1 rotation.
Yeah.
Anarchy stealing game 1 after a really, really close start.
Really close start, and Legacy deserve a lot of props for how they really kind of jumped into the start of this game and how they really didn't, stand back. They knew that they were going up against a very strong team. For whatever reason, they just seemed to kind of run out of steam and had no count answer in some way, shape, or form. Still, I like how Legacy played. I liked what I saw, and it wasn't due to a lot of mistakes. It was just due to not giving anything extra to Anarchy, and Anarchy then took over towards those beautiful, as you said, P5, P1 transitions.
Yeah, and this is a great opportunity to point out the fact that when you're able to put up stats like 26 and 10, 18 and 12, 16 and 9, 23 and 14, 17 and 9, literally almost everyone going full positive, almost double positive. Miney almost goes triple. You start getting those score streaks rolling in. Everything just seems to pan out perfectly for you. And those score streaks went, I'm literally banking on that P5, all going in factor of that Goliath usage. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal placement, phenomenal timing. Everything was on point, and I absolutely got Miney just came through. And when they were talking about the IGL situation in the interview, Kike mentioning that Viri was the IGL, you could clearly hear that. That was on point. But then he mentioned that himself and Miney are playing that supportive role. You heard a lot of that too. Like they literally planned that success in P5 and P1 rotations perfectly.
Yep.
So I'm astonished right now. Very, very great game for both teams. Legacy, I'm going to be honest with you, that was a nail-biter towards the beginning of that P4 rotation.
It was. The only, at least from a statistical point of view, it's not like he had, he didn't do anything because he had 27 seconds on the hard point. But Ipana only having 8:25, that is a KD that kind of isn't acceptable at this kind of stage or in this kind of level of competition overall. I know, we all have our bad games, so, it's nothing that I'm like, oh, that's absolutely disgusting, blah, blah, blah. But it's something I've observed. Try and clean it up coming into Search and Destroy. Don't let yourself go down too often within those rounds. And I really could see Legacy pick things up and Search and Destroy and take us to Game 3.
It's possible. I mean, with Naples, Panda, and So Reverse ability in Search or Destroy, I think this is their game mode where they thrive at the most. I could certainly see that being a case. I also got to say this is a test for, Anarchy. This is their opportunity to show that they could be versatile in both Respawns and Search or Destroy. Not saying that they haven't been Search or Destroy focused, but to have a dominant performance in a hardpoint, you got to follow it up with a decent Search or Destroy. This is their opportunity to close the series out 2-0. They have a worthy opponent in this Search or Destroy matchup on Crossfire in particular. I'm looking at how So Rebirth played last week on Raid, which is not necessarily similar, but there are clear lanes that are, sniper prone. These are areas where snipers are going to be heavily focused on. This might be an opportunity for him to pop off, and So Rebirth and Naples, in tandem, if they can hit their shots, I could certainly see this going to a Game 3.
Yeah, for sure. Well, even before we get to game 2, because we've had production in our ear, you know, as they like to control us as the master of the puppets that we are. I say we start talking about the beautiful awards that are in play to be won by these players and the nominations, and yeah, who's out there, who's nominated for what verdict?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, bro. I just saw that as well. We are going to first start off with the sniper of the split. Neil from Nova. That's a given. Dark Wizard from Cold. Absolutely. Naples from Tragik, who we got in the building right here. Taku Tuesday from VusionZ, who unfortunately didn't play today. Miney from Anarchy, because the guy literally, I remember him getting an ace in a takeoff search or destroy recently. We got caught out on Twitter too about talking about our personal lives. Marky from Nova to round that out. So those are the 6 that we got for Sniper of the Split. What do we have for Rookie to start us off with?
Yeah, Rookie, not too many options, and that's partly just because the competitive scene in EU's been around for so long that it's hard to regard a player as a rookie, but I think the 3 options that are there are fully deserved. So the first nomination for Rookie of the Year is Lydia from Cold. Really, really, really awesome option. Taku Tuesday is going to be the second option for Rookie of the Year from VusionZ. And the third option is Don Lai from Anarchy, who we have just witnessed play a hardpoint game. Those are some fantastic options. As I said, only 3, but I really think they're rewardable options and fully deserving.
Yeah, and I know this isn't Lydia's, technically, this is not her first season, but this is her first full season, as I believe she was a sub for XOXO last year, or the spring edition.
Mobile Mayhem,
But let's be fair, this is her rookie year in regards to a full, complete starting season. So just want to make a notation if you're out there and you're looking at it and you're like, well, Lydia played last. Well, yeah, she did, but she didn't.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I mean, and now we've got MVP to discuss too. And these, just to kind of set you up, guys, these were players who were selected from each team collectively. So Oxygen picked one player to produce Legacy and so on and so forth. So these aren't selected by us. These are selected by the players, right?
Yep.
And
they are selected by the
starting
players.
off, you know, Oxygen Esports going to be none other than Faints, who we saw had a phenomenal game against Cold Esports. 2 games, actually. That's a no-brainer. X Rebirth from Legacy, who we're going to be seeing play again here in this game, too.
Yep.
Nova, this is an interesting pick from Nova Esports. I do believe the name Yaya was thrown out originally, but Yaya actually came through and was like, nah, dude, Karma. And I couldn't agree with him more, bro. He has been absolutely on point.
Yeah.
So,
I think he's been, real quick, I think he's been Nova's kind of biggest secret in terms of to a big part of their success, right? I think he's gone under the radar. He deserves to be in the MVP vote.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. Gathelia from Omni Esports, going to be representing that team. Ragox from Tragik, who I was looking forward to see play today, but based off of what I'm seeing standings-wise, they will be in the playoffs, so we'll be able to see them on Thursday.
Yep.
Inferno from Stamina, which I'm going to be fair with you. They've had a little bit of back and forth. Like, I don't think we've seen a lot of Stamina on stream. Is that right? A lot of, forfeits from other teams. Whenever they do show up, Inferno has just been lasering recently.
They don't always show up, but when they do, they show up strong.
Anarchy, this is an interesting pick, and I couldn't agree with it more, right?
I personally, I would put Kike or Don Lai, personally, but I understand because the teams decide, they look at very IGLing, right, and that level of leadership, so I understand why he's being put up there. Big time.
Viri from Anarchy, and then we got Taku again dang, Taku up for 3 nominations? That man of many abilities there in the wrap it up. Someone who'll be in 2 categories as well. Lydia G's from Cold Esports. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and spam that link in chat. It's gonna give you early access to have the ability to vote for who you think should get what. And the lists look pretty balanced and pretty, epic. I think this season will be the first one we haven't seen a Narcs sniper of the split. I think he's won it like 3 seasons in a row. This is weird. This is pretty this is pretty exciting.
It's good. It's pretty OP. Get voting, share it, put it out there, make sure everybody votes. If you are up for a nomination, hey, look, share it. Say to people, hey, can you vote for me in this awards? Why not? We want people to vote. We want the community to get on board. So get voting, spam it, say it. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your dog. Just tell everybody and anybody to go vote on the awards up there. So yeah, go for it. It's going to be exciting. See who comes out on top, and all the players that are nominated definitely deserve to.
You could hit that link today, or if you post it on Twitter as well, or when it is posted on Twitter, you can share it and make sure it gets out there, because I'll be honest with you, this EU seed has grown so much since I've been here. I'm so freaking proud of these guys, and they don't get the attention or the views or the votes that they deserve in order to compete with, scenes like NA, LATAM. Like, these freaking guys this is probably the most competitive scene out of those 3 regions. Like, I really could not. I could really not. I cast NA all the time. I cast LATAM occasionally. And this scene as a whole, just absolutely phenomenal. We know what else is phenomenal.
Big time.
Jumping into a game 2.
Yes, sirree. Legacy performed pretty well in the hard point, but not enough to take the lead. Can they pull something out of the bag in this game to search and destroy on Crossfire? However, they're going to be the defending side for the first 5 rounds.
We are going to see Legacy going to be defending here. A few players making that transition over. We've got some a contestation here. Kike going to be making his way to the bomb. Zed going to be on the bottom side of the map. Kike going to play it elegantly. He has the... I think his laser's been spotted. Zed knows he's there, so he's not going to push up. This is a slow start.
Lovely. Lovely, Nate.
Oh, it was, but not going to be able to capitalize on it. Yes, they are. That's a 1-for-1 trade.
Well, they go for the duo. They push as a duo because they know that there's just one there. That's really well played by the side of Anarchy. However, 2 players have been taken out, so unfortunately he is still at the disadvantage body-wise for Anarchy.
Storm going to be picking up 2 big kills, opening the floodgates for Legacy to take the advantage. Miney does collect the bomb from Kike after Kike drops. The overextension definitely didn't pan out. Don going to be taken down. Kree going to be 1 shot. And it's a 2v3. Creed and Miney going to have to find 3 and get this bomb planted. And, or, not necessarily in that order either way, but the pressure is certainly on them. I do see Creed rotating back. Mighty not going to make the successful transition, though.
What again? I'm forced to ask why on your own like that, right? To me, that just when you're left with a duo doesn't add any real value to separate, unless it's a 2v2. That's the only option I feel that can work out in your favor. Now Creed is going to be rocking on short. He does pick up one. Going to have to turn the corner, go for a bit of a bait and switch, looking to run rings, but he has to be careful as Naples deals it right back in his face. First round to Legacy.
Guys, if you're wondering, the link that was posted obviously was not correct, so we're going to get the right one for you guys. There we go. B's got it for you guys. Make sure you get those votes
Basically, it was Fanta's fault.
Oh, yeah, blame Fantas. He's always the source of any problems we have. I'm kidding, Fantas. Much love, bro. Round 2. No drops yet for either side. We're going to see Zed in a very compromisable position, but it's going to hold his own. Very going to take down Storm. Zed going to be taken down. Kike with the shorty. Shorty OP, absolutely. Two-man trade, and now it's a 5v3. Miney going to try and get this bomb down now.
Too aggressive from Zed, to be fair, in that situation. When he did it earlier on, it made sense in the first round where he was, but there's absolutely, and I mean absolutely, no disengagement or real bait potential from where he was in that round too. Got suffocated because of it. So reverse to the last one standing. He goes down at the hands of Creed. Round 2 goes in the favor of Anarchy.
Yeah, I do believe Zed didn't play as aggressive the round before. I think he got caught on the backside of that bus station area. And I think he had a little bit too much energy from that first round carrying over. I think that, you know, they underestimated this Anarchy team in the second round, and it didn't pay off. We're going to see another aggressive push. So Reverse and Zed both going to be very, very weak. Zed going to stay alive, not cross the boundary of this A-bomb site. Yes, he is, actually. I'm just taking a look. Kike gets lasered. The shorty coming into play. Miney going to get taken down as well. Zed with a big two-piece to open the gates for this Legacy roster.
Oh, man. Very good play from Legacy. Overall, very good play from Legacy. Creed does at least open something up. Still body advantage over into the favor of Legacy. Looking to switch from the shotgun to the sniper. You know, one extreme to another, but it's the way it's done inside this crossfire map. Vire onto Nepal's as well. Evened up. The thing with Legacy is that they're there, but it's like the final execution is missed. It was a little bit similar to Hardpoint. They started off great, but then the final kind of, you know, Hardpoints, they failed to really do anything. And it feels like it's the same here, although Vera is left on his own.
Vera gonna be left on his own. He's gonna have some action here with Zed. Zed's gonna be able to... Oh, man, he's gonna get taken down. Big plays from Viri, who does have the bomb in hand. No, he doesn't, but is gonna be confronted by Storm, who manages to get him to 20% health. Now, it's an even matchup. He's gonna have to get this bomb plant down, but he's kind of at a standstill, waiting for the last moment to do so. He pushes out, and I would have got the bomb plant down first.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, I agree. Bit of a mistake made.
Bomb spotted.
The second round over to the favor of Legacy. I said, you know, Legacy could win if they cleaned it up in terms of just, you know, allowing that teamwork to shine a little bit more. And I really credit for how they've been able to use that. And for a map where we kind of consider it being a little bit more of an attacking side because it started uphill, I guess they've certainly proved that it can go the other way around.
It can, but Anarchy, one of those teams that, you know, just continually to get better and better each matchup. I could expect them to get a little better here in this this second game, as I do see a 3 to 5 man advantage in favor of them. Naples gonna open up shop, but is gonna be taken out. Kree gonna get the trades. Donlai picks up another. Now it's gonna be Storm. This is the opportunity for Anarchy to get back on board and pace to take the lead before they have to flip sides, but they're going to have to find Storm here in a 1v3 scenario. Bomb's already planted, 22 seconds. Doesn't have much room to work with. We're going to see the contest come through. Shots just raining down left and right, and Creeder is going to be able to find that last kill.
That round, but it's not over yet.
Oh, 2 rounds apiece. It's even. Anarchy, they made a few mistakes. They're hanging on in there. This is their final round as the attacking side to use that to their advantage and move into the defensive side 1 round up. Kike playing on towards the A. I love that from Kike. Great positioning from him. Picks up 2 kills.
Oh, he picks up the third.
Job done. Happy days.
Yes, indeed, as we're going to go ahead and flip sides. This is where this map gets a bit tricky for Anarchy. They struggled a little bit on the offensive. Maybe they'll collect their act here as they started to get on a roll towards those last 2 rounds. See if they can keep that same energy on the defense where I've stated before, and I'll continue to state it, this is a map that favors the attacking side heavily, and we'll find that Miney drops early. That's going to be a big disadvantage. Oh my god, Kike peeked in, and
Yeah, be
he didn't
careful,
like
be
what he
careful,
saw
mate.
there.
Oh, we just turned around the corner. Gets a kill, has to go for another. Unfortunately, does go down. 3 players apiece. So Rebirth is low in health, has to try and get back up there, and indeed he does. Donlai working quite nicely together with Vire. However, Donlai cannot overextend too much. He doesn't check his corners, gets taken out. 2 players left for Anarchy.
Viri and Creed gonna have to pick the pieces up here as Naples gonna go ahead and get this bomb plant down. Viri, Creed gonna be on the flank. This is an interesting push here. They're kind of separated, but I will state that they both have snipers, so they could handle, you know, different angles better if they're keeping these snipers in the hand. But ultimately, when you're going up against a team like Legacy, oh Storm, oh my God, Viri almost takes down Storm. But the COD timing was just not in his favor. Storm repositions, and now it's a 1v1. Creed. Oh, Creed comes through with the massive jump shot. Shorty. OP securing that 10th kill and a bomb defused. That round should have went in Legacy's favor, but Anarchy just finding a way to do it.
Man. 4-2. It's part of why we have really started to recognize Anarchy as being top team in Europe, right? Being able to turn something out of nothing is such a big plus.
We're going to see Creed pick up another kill. That's going to be his 11th in this Search and Destroy. Panna there for the response. Takes down 1. Miney going to be in a very compromisable position, but isn't going to be spotted yet. He is going to peek up. That it was bait, bro. You can't fall for that. Zed peeks back up, gets that bomb plant down, and Viri going to take down Naples. That's going to give a 4-2 man advantage. Panda takes down Miney, so it's a 2v3.
Yeah.
But that bomb yet to be planted.
Oh, wow.
Suggesting...
The lie went down. The lie went down, so it's 2 apiece. Sorry to cut you off, Verdict, but just like that, Legacy has come back into the mix. So Panda picks up the bomb as well. Oh.
The bomb bang. It wasn't a wall bang. He banged through the bomb.
But if you pick up the bomb and the bomb is left at the bomb site and you pick it up, you better know that the opposing team is going to have eyes on where the bomb is, right? Like, you pick up the bomb and you literally run, right? Because you have to be aware that you're going to be targeted where that bomb is as the attacking side. So, an unfortunate mistake by Legacy.
It was indeed, and now we're going to see match point here for Anarchy, who, regardless of being on either side, have found themselves in a very big advantage. We're going to see the A push come through, or the B push. Oh my God, Creed gets outbodied. Panic going to drop in return. Bomb's going to be planted at this A site, which is a rather unorthodox push. But hey, when all else fails, this is a go-to, right?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a big fan of an A-bomb plant. I really am. I don't think it's pulled out enough as a strategy. I think B has become too predictable, at least when it comes to bomb plant strategies. However, defending it on the A is still something teams need to get used to. So Rebirth, I've talked to him as being a man of legacy, a myth, a legend, looks to come in. Zed gets the final kill on the Kike, and Legacy are saving the game. 1 round at a time, 5-3, because it's game, set, match point. Legacy need to continue.
I gotta commend these guys. The unorthodox push towards this A site paying off. Even though I'm not necessarily opposed to it, I'm just not as open to it as if you get clear sights on this. Oh my God, Don, what are you doing? 3? Nope, Naples gonna be there. Picks up 2 before he goes down. Kike gonna get the refrag. Kike gonna be taken down as well, but is a 2v2. We're gonna see the push come through. Is that Creed? No, that's Miney, who's in the building. Bombs down. He knows exactly where it's at, and is just gonna hold hold point here. Soul Rebirth's gonna be spotted. That's gonna be it. Game, set, match. 6-3. Anarchy with the clean sweep. gonna end this Mobile Mayhem season with another 20 points.
Yeah, keeping on the tails of Oxygen quite nicely. Obviously, again, a few mistakes, I think, made by Anarchy in that search and destroy. Whether that was just maybe them, again, just trying a couple of different strategies, testing areas of their gameplay. Why not? It's a good time to do it. But I also got to give a lot of respect to Legacy. I really think they showed up strong. I can see the improvement, refine it, keep on working, keep on grinding, and next season Mobile Mayhem, man, I could definitely see this Legacy side live up to their name and set a legacy for themselves.
Absolutely. This Legacy team had everything it took to win this Search and Destroy, but I gotta say, Anarchy had a game plan. They executed it. You know, it took a few rounds to develop, but executed very nicely. 15 kills by Creed certainly allows you to, you know, have a few mistakes when you have someone with that kind of firepower, but Don as well, bro.
Sure.
11 frags on board, Kike 7. I'm not sure what's going on with scoring, but I only see 4 players in the lobby for both teams. Is that a bug on your...
Yeah, no, I think maybe just one player each left before the whatever.
Gotcha. Saving face, that makes sense.
Man, saving face indeed, but I gotta say, this was a good 2 sets of series to end the regular season. It weren't like the teams like Stamina Auction, but they'll have their time to shine. I'm really glad, ironically, that as it happens, that these were the two series that ended up the regular season. Anarchy have proved their weight massively across the season. Oxygen shown a much stronger level of form and control and teamwork in their series, and Legacy have showed up every time. They showed they've improved. That's a big plus for me. So for me, the 6 teams that are making it in the playoffs, I cannot wait to watch the playoffs, see who's going to shine even more there, because no more second chances overall, right? Really no more second chances.
Nope, you're absolutely right. As we're taking a look at the standings for you guys, these are the finals for final results for the... Oh my god, dude, it's...
Yep.
We're done with another season. We're going to playoffs this quickly. Where's the time gone? Nova Esports securing that top spot, 170 points, Stamina right there on the backside, 160 points, Oxygen 130 as they took that series 2-0 over Cold Esports. Anarchy 110, and the 2 teams that are wild cards in my opinion, Tragik and Cold Esports, right there neck and neck with 60 apiece themselves. I got to give a shout out to Legacy though, regardless of they had 2-0 over or under or 2-0 from Anarchy. They stood in there like champs, bro. That's the kind of team I want to see next season in Mobile Mayhem, regardless of the outcome.
Definitely.
I want to see them stick together and improve. That they have a lot of potential and could certainly contest in areas where you see some of the bottom teams here just not up to par. I'm not sure what's happening at the bottom. I won't even mention it, but yeah, this has been a phenomenal season. Am I right?
Has been a pretty kick-ass season. Overall, feels a little bit more top-heavy, but in a good way, because when you look at how Masters has come along, Nova winning that, you have to kind of fight for the worlds and the next stage. So it's I'm glad that it's been top-heavy, because someone asked me in chat, who do I think is going to get the next spot? I had to think about it for a second in my head, but right now I can't help but think it's Oxygen. But then I also look and I see Anarchy, who are this kind of, becoming the new legend killers. Oxygen, last day, showing something bigger. Coming into the playoffs, I could see a bit of an upset possibly there with Stamina not making it into the finals. Maybe Nova. It's so exciting. There's a lot more to come, and it's been an awesome season.
It has, and before we even... you guys can't go anywhere. Before we even leave to go to Days, the spawn where Viri from Anarchy going to be joining us. It's going to be a phenomenal moment. I can just feel the energy already. We'll take a look at the bracket for you guys to get ready for Thursday.
For that on the side, no.
You need to, bro. I wish you could join us, man.
Yeah, I think I will. Just it's
going to be a beautiful foursome affair, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Oxygen and Tragik in the first quarterfinal matchup. Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to go on to face Nova Esports, who has the #1 seed confirmed, as we saw from the standings perspective. Now, at the bottom, this Anarchy and Cold Esports matchup, we saw, was that a 2-0 that Anarchy delivered, or did Cold Esports manage to get one of those games?
Oh, I forget. I kind of forget. I can't help but feel it was 2-0 to Anarchy, but it could have been Cold taking the one game. Look, it's quite obvious that it's going to be very difficult for Tragik and Cold. But like I said, an upset here, I could see it happen. I really could. Out of Tragik or Cold?
I think Cold has a better chance, to be honest. I'm just being, complete. This is, no BS. Yeah. I'm just saying. But that's saying, it's not saying a lot though, because they got to play Anarchy, and I'm gonna go ahead and book my tickets for finals with them upsetting Stamina in the semis. I'm just saying, put that out there too. So
what?
I'm just
really?
Based off of what I've seen from Anarchy recently. They take down Cold. They take down.
I thought you were talking about Cold for a sec. By the way,
no. I'm saying the only chance for one of these teams, Cold and Tragik, to win. Cold has more of a shot of winning and moving on to the semis. But
I overall agree. Yeah,
I still don't think that's a very high chance, because Anarchy has just been on one, and I don't see them coming down anytime soon. Literally could book their way a one-way ticket to the finals based off of this bracket running. Now, if Anarchy was up at the top and Oxygen was at the bottom, it'd be a different case. I would love to see Anarchy and Nova in this finals, but I would have also been happy with a semifinals matchup there too. I'm just painting a picture. I don't know. We'll get more into it on Thursday. That's when all the action.
Yeah. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be very good. And we're also moving into best-of-5 territory, right? So we're moving into where if you lose two maps, you can still come back, right? The reverse sweep element. So that's where it's going to get even crazier, even more action-packed, even spicier. All the words you want to use to describe what is the definition of high-tier head of COD Mobile in Europe.
That's right, guys. Don't go anywhere. That's going to be the conclusion of the stream. We're going to be joining Denominate as he will be going live. We're going to be live with Viri from Anarchy in a phenomenal, about a 1-hour segment. So be prepared for that, guys. Until then, I love you. I love you guys, all of you. Even you, Faunus. Even you, Ronan. But especially you, Imperium.
Love you too, bro.
GG's, guys. We'll see you shortly.